Hi everyone, I hope that you're doing well today. Welcome in, welcome back if you're upright and you are returning back. I appreciate you all as often as you do get to return. And those of you who can send love and light and prayers, I need them. And I send them also to you. I do lift up my subscribers to the Most High God and all that kind of stuff. And so if you're new, audio discretion advised. If you have any little ones around, my channel is really intense. I do a warfare here against crazies that are trying to hurt people in the earth, that are infiltrated with demons. And they don't understand that what they do to people is the most nastiest thing that is going to go right back up on them. And so, anyway, we're dealing with kooks. I'm dealing with a personal criminal that will not look in the mirror, that thinks that they have a right to get away with your crime. And I'm just, I'm over it. And this creep is literally scared of me. No, you're a coward because you do things behind the scenes. And when I get a hold of you, God's going to come up on my hands and there's going to be a beating like never before upon you. I am in a war mode this morning, and God tells us to get up and fight against wicked nonsense that's going on. Hold on real quick here. Okay. So I've seen the Three of Pentacles a few times already before I even turned the camera on, and first time it came out in the reverse because people are collectively working against other people, trying to take rights away that they don't have. You have no rights. You're not going to take my rights away. You don't have no right to take other people's rights away. I have freedom of speech and free will to be upright and to come against you by the word of Elohim that tells me that I can stamp my enemy until you're completely beat out of the earth according to the word of God. And this word will stand in the court of law because it is eternal in the heavens. Two of Swords, somebody act like they don't know crap and you do know crap. Six of Swords also came out. And so there's 8 swords here. Somebody knows they're stuck around travel situations or something like that. King of Swords at the bottom of the deck as well. Well, anyway, somebody freaking mental out here on some nonsense going on. You are going to get caught. You are going to get caught. You are not going to get away with what you've done to people. They're doing it to me. They've done it to other people as well. Show me more information, Most High, for today. Hey, if it's your birthday, happy birthday. If you're upright and you don't do crazy things to people, I bless you. If it's an anniversary and you all are upright, I wish you a happy anniversary as well. We have a judgment. The letter R is here and the letter B. Somebody's name could be Rob out here. I'm sure of it. This word in the pictograph language goes to a ruler, and a ruler is here. Okay? And somebody's also a robber. They're a thief. They're a thief on other people's things. Somebody's trying to return today secretly, and they're going to get judged from the heavens out here. Show me more information. This is having high volume intuition. Something on your job is here because it kept coming out. Well, it's, again, the 8 of Swords, somebody is stuck. They know they're going to go to jail for some crap. Act like they don't know some stuff. And yes, you do. Regardless what letter of your name starts. Okay, some of us already know exactly who people are, male and female energies that are involved in some crap. 7 of Cups was at the top of the decks. People got some choices to make. You do know what to do. Show me the High Priestess, please. Yeah, there's the 3 of Pentacles. It does want to be seen today. This is about traveling. Okay? Again, that was 8 swords that originally came out. And the 8 of Swords came out. They're stuck on some type of travel situation out here. Okay? They're stuck on what they've done on people's vehicles. Dirty mechanics and things like that to put their hands on people's vehicles. If you're brand spanking new, I took my vehicle in to have it fixed and they deliberately tried to murder me. My car literally went off into somebody's yard after it was in the shop, and then it went back into another shop, and when I picked it up from that shop, I worked one day and came back and parked my vehicle because it still was making noise. I happened to have a person who did mechanic, like light mechanic stuff, his phone number, because he had to order a part or something. I just happened to have his phone number and asked him if he wouldn't mind coming looking up underneath my car. That person stated that the parts that were put on there, most of them were put on the opposite side of where they should have been, so they ordered them for the opposite side. They left it that way on purpose. So somebody had, I guess, approached the second place as well. It's happened more than once. It's in I talked about sitting in a parking lot, and some woman pulled in beside me, and her whole front end just came off, and she had just got off the freeway. And she said, "This is twice now I picked it up from the auto mechanic." And then the next day I was sitting at a stoplight, and here's another woman coming down, and I noticed her wheel was doing this, and she had a kid in the back seat. Luckily, she was able to get through the light and get to the gas station. And people are doing things to your cars, folks. Specifically women. But anyway, it doesn't matter who you are. The people are idiots. They don't even care about their own families and people being on the road. That's murder, folks. That's a serial killer. All because somebody wanted to get away with a crime, and they would put other people in a place of murder. This is why it's important we pray before we do anything, that God gives us the peace before we make a move. This stuff is real going on. My car is evidence to crime, and things have already been recorded in my car, and so it doesn't matter. You're stuck anyway. You're stuck anyway, fools. This is about looting on somebody out here. And so somebody could have bald hair. I get the word for a razor as well, and because the judgment card, the pictograph, is the top of the head as well. So somebody, that's a clue to somebody's involved, whether you're upright or not, or you're some freaking jerk. Somebody's trying to do something here secretly, act like they don't know something going on out here, to collaborate some stuff. But there's a word out here that goes to looting and spoiling somebody. Okay, I don't think so. You're gonna get caught right in the act, and I'm gonna beat the crap out of you, and we're gonna see who dies in the end. The wicked are gonna die. It's all for money. Idiots. Show me the Three of Pentacles. I am pissed. I am pissed. I have a right to be pissed off. Freaks out there. We are going to have a emotional fulfillment out here today, and there is quick communication. There is something about travel out here really, really strong out here. Show me the communication going on more on this. So again, they're acting like they don't know something. They're wanting an emotional fulfillment on some type of travel situation to go somewhere, maybe even across seas. Your boat's going to go down, by the way. If you are trying to go across sea and you're some type of idiot, God's going to drown you in the sea. I don't care what you are. I don't care what you are. You've crossed the line with many, many people. This is communication about this travel is what it's showing here on that. Okay, as somebody in leadership is attached to this. This is about maybe being intimate, but they do want somebody to get into unity for this. There's third parties out here around it. They're stupid, crying like a big fat baby, because they're caught up in crap. They're karmic. What's in the hidden space, Most High God? This is a personal fight on this platform, folks. It is personal. When you just minding your own business and somebody just thinks they can just come up on you and think that they're going to take you for some type of whatever. No, some of us won't get up and fight back. They didn't expect me to get up and fight back. It's time for upright people to get up and show wicked people what they're dealing with. So somebody got secretly trying to rekindle something going on. Like I said, somebody's coming back for something. They got secrets, folks. They got secrets. They sure do got secrets. Something about the Spirit. You need to listen to the Holy Spirit. And then there's the maze. Okay, well, it's halfway. It is actually still out here in an indirect way. We know about this. This is a heinous plot to group sex rape a person is what it's about. Is why they do some of this nonsense with the vehicles as well. To trap people that way, okay? But a maze can go to confusion energy, but that word goes to a heinous plot, and somebody's going to get it right back. Somebody's going to get it right back. There are groups of people out here. Yeah, there are groups of people out here, aren't there? I think I'm just going to come right to your face today and just punch you the crap out and take the neck of mine enemy. You filth bag. It says that blessed is the name of Jehovah, who is the God of war, who teaches our hands how to war forever and ever. His laws don't change. I don't know who you people think you are in this realm doing some crazy nonsense on people. But God's law don't change. It's eternal. What you can go ahead and falsify your laws down here and write stupidity and try to do things for your own gain out here. It ain't going to work out for you. God's king forever. Jehovah is king forever and ever. For wisdom and might are his, and he changes the times and the seasons, and he removes kings and he sets up kings. There is somebody in a high place out here. They're being removed. They're being judged. Bosses, head of household, leadership over nations are here. He's going to remove somebody out here, and then he's going to set up a new king. So is a new king going to be upright in a place wherever this is? Or are you going to be some idiot out here like the former one before you? Or are you going to get up in here and remove some wicked people because I know you know things? He removes kings and sets up kings, and he gives wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. And he reveals deep secrets and in the dark, because the light dwells with Jehovah. Something about somebody's mother's side of the family is involved in some nonsense. Hey, Nikki, you're going down. You're going down. Somebody's made idols out here. Thou shalt not make no idols. Shalt not make no idols. Okay? There's adultery out here. Okay, well, somebody wants a third party out here getting involved in a little secret going on, or they did some crap out here with some nonsense. There is going to be a positive outcome, and whoever the negative teacher is that did Bridget, that touched my stuff with Rachel at the tire service, and the idiotic officer that also got involved in some crap, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. There's the driver. It is out here. It is out here. The government intelligence and a heavy storm. You're going to go down. You're going to go down, man. You're going to go. It's all out here, like I just said. Go ahead and go through the dark night of the soul. You won't face the truth. You don't want no grace. You're a lost freaking cause. You're a lost freaking cause. When I have my day in court, people are going to have to hold me back. Gina's involved in the nonsense as well. Everybody knows who Gina is, don't we? Faggot. Burn bridges are here. Or Bridget is coming out just for the phonics systems. I don't care. Y'all messed with my technology yesterday for no reason. I don't care. Every person involved in the crap. Something about somebody's wedding is upside down. Long distance is here and dressing up. There's a wedding situation around something going on. There's a wedding and there's something legal around the matter. Okay? Okay, well, you're in trouble. Something's around it. The connections in the reverse. Somebody's burned bridges here. You need to burn some bridges, or you need to burn Bridget. Filthy person. Individuality is out here, and it tells us to be weary of possessive partners. Somebody's going to try to control somebody out here because they don't want to be upright. They want it their way or the highway. Well, tell them to hit the highway. Tell them to hit the highway. Tell them to freaking hit the highway. The ditches are all going to jail. A boss is involved. It is out here. There is a boss out here. There's a boss out here. What's on the other side of it? Music. Yes, there is music involved in some stuff, isn't it? You didn't write my music. Care how? Put them in a room. Don't give them no devices at all. Give them a piece of paper and tell them to write some music. and get up and sing it for you. And let's see how talented they really are on their thievery on other people's things that really have the talent. Ridiculous. There's a married man, folks, out here with some teachers out here around somebody who's married. The wedding card's upside down and the connection card is upside down. It's somebody married and somebody's a third party approaching somebody because they need you. And that's some big shots out here, some boss figure, whoever you are, wherever you work. And they try to get a connection going. Again, you know, it says adultery's out here. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Somebody's doing something out here. For whatever reason why they think you've got a connection to get them on down the road for something. They're going to do something nasty to you in the end, honey. But anyway, you can't keep your britches up. Emotional ties are out here. The police are coming out. We have a government intelligence out here. Are you intelligent? Are you upright? I mean, I can say that, folks, because I've called everybody in the nation. Now, is that a nation that is honorable to the Most High God? That when somebody needs some help, that we can't get it? And a cop stand at your door and say, I don't know what to do about a murder case. Literally. I got a recorded right after that happened, got right up on my platform and talked about I was disgusted with it. Now, do you think God's going to visit this nation and say you're blessed? No, he's going to smash it to the freaking ground because America is crazy. God's going to break a yoke. Well, yeah, God's going to break a yoke. God's going to break somebody's freaking neck for what they've done. You're going to hell. You don't give a rip about yourself or nobody else. You started this war with me. You did it. You're trying to cover some crap. And that's why I ran into my platform. People trying to, oh no, we got to shut you up. We don't want nobody to know what we did because this is murder out here with people's vehicles. You're a freak and a murderer, and some boss figure in some places involved in it. And then all the other connections that came out of the nonsense. Somebody thought they were a big shot going to do some stuff out here. And all you did is hung yourself, freak. You're cursing. I won't shut up because I have a right to open my mouth. And I have my rights and I take them all by myself. I got to. You won't control me, you freaking Jezebel. We have the letter P. It is over a pregnancy, isn't it? Isn't it? You're going to pay for what you've done. You piece of nutcase. We have something to do with gambling could be out here. It comes out all the time. We had all that nightlife stuff and everything else as well that came out. Oh, if it's on my mother's side, hey, Nick, whatever your little involvement is with it, you're going to go to jail for some stuff out here. Okay? I don't care if you're my family or not. I don't care if you're in-law. I don't care if I've worked with you. I don't care what you are. If you aren't righteous, you're a freaking fool and a disgust and you stink and you're the excrement shit that God called you last night. It's about making peace. So somebody come back around to a married man. Hey, baby, let's get this thing all going back up again. Are you going to do it? You're a freaking psychopath. They're a whore. A pimp is out here. There's the pimp. You're a freaking nasty of the earth. Don't you know no whoremonger is going to go to heaven? And again, you can say, I don't care about heaven. No, you're going to care when you leave this realm. Go ahead. You can see all the paranormal nonsense going on. You know, I watch the video, those short videos. I like to watch them on animals because they're really cute. They captured a baby that was sleeping in the bed, and they had the camera on the baby, and the cat was in the bed. And all of a sudden, that cat jumped up, and there was nothing there. And that cat was just fighting. It was very spiritual what was going on. And that realm is real inside this realm, folks. And people, you're cut off from God, and you're doing nasty stuff like pimping yourself out and taking all this money and stealing people's music and touching people's freaking cars and murdering them. You're going to be tormented and never leave that. You think you're afraid of going to jail in this realm? In this realm? There's something far beyond this realm. You're cut off already, a lot of you all, because you won't face the truth. I talked about sitting at the bus station one day, and this lady was talking to this guy and said, well, you can use my demon. I'll send it inside of you, and you can go and do whatever you need to do. And I thought, what the crap? And people really think demons are going to save them. Your filthiness in this earth realm, folks, you're filthy. People are so freaking bound. Says they don't care about anybody but themselves. That's right, they don't. There is an upright enforcement. Where are you then? Because I need to talk to you. And I need people to open their freaking mouth on some people and get these crazies out of our earth realm. This horse nonsense should be a capital punishment in this nation. A fugitive. They are a murderer. You're going to get caught up in this thing. Again, at the tire service is here, and the driver is here, and all that kind of stuff is here. So you're just the next target for whoever they've touched on the road, folks. For you also to be murdered in the matter. But go ahead and play their little game. People think, well, if I open my mouth. Well, if you open your mouth, the freaks get out of the way. And we can all have a great, righteous earth and rejoice that we can have really good conversation. Nobody's wearing masks around you for ulterior motive on all this money that people want to get for their own gain. There's a stalker around somebody. You just go right ahead and stalk, man. I am not afraid of you. Bring it. Bring it. You afraid of me? I know you are. I know you are. Because when I put my hands on you, you won't breathe no more. And I'll be justified for all the phone calls that I made to all enforcement, White House, Pentagon, FBI. Y'all are guilty. Y'all are guilty for not getting up and doing what's correct on my behalf. May you go straight to the pit of hell and never get out of that place because you're illegal in God's eyes. I spit on you people setting up there, act like, yeah, we gonna serve the public. You ain't serving crap. You're murderers is what you are. And you're very much hated by God because you're his enemy to do that kind of stuff to people in the earth realm. Go straight to hell because that's exactly where you're going. You better watch your back.